dark house in which once more I sit. I curse the very thought of it. Doors creaking through the cold empty halls, and cobwebs on the walls. A box filled with broken dreams, scattered pictures from a life once filled with glee. So ghastly through the dead of night I go. Dark kitchen where I cook my shit. How I shudder at the thought of it. Pots and pans amidst the stale hollow stink, and dishes in the sink. The cheese that's been there for years, the tiled floor that's not been washed but for blood and tears, and the forks and spoons from a bygone time once shined so bright they have no life amidst the darkening clouds, and children play on the streets below as I die alone in this dark house. First she has a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my head. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, brain games, brain twisters, mind puzzlers. She's playing with my head. Word jumbles, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, Wordle. We haven't spoken in years. Someone told me that she moved to California and married a lawyer. But then she calls me out of the blue and says she wants to sell me vitamin water. Oh. Smiled, so I asked her on a date. She said that she was gay. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my head. Word jumbles, magic mazes, spot the difference. got the letters going around it, and you have to use a common letter and unscramble it and make as many words as you can. Word quizzes, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, words without friends.
Check. Testing the mic. Test 1, 2. Test. Check. Help. 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 Checking the mic. Check. Checking the mic. Test 1. Test. Checking the mic. Checking the mic. Fuck. Checking the mic. Test 1, 2. 2. Checking the mic. Testing 1, 2, 3. Checking the mic. Test. Testing the mic. Check. Check 1, 2, 3, 1. Computer, volume 10. Computer, what time is it?
The time is 11 a.m.
Computer, what is the weather?
The current weather is 65 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has partly sunny weather, with a high of 77 degrees and a low of 56 degrees.
What? Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Seems about right. Makes sense. Every other thing in my stupid fucking life. Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a big old steaming pile of dumplings. These are going to be delicious, and they're going to be a nice snack that you can either enjoy with a loved one or just by yourself if you're watching afternoon TV, maybe Judge Judy or something of the sort. Lebrat says, damn, that kitchen looks different. Yes, this is actually a green screen technology that was sent to us by Reunited Mind. And I'm not sure, Reunited Mind, are you with us today? Because maybe you could tell us whose kitchen this is, because it's very fancy. It's actually very beautiful. Thanks, Saguaro Ooh, and thanks, Saguaro Ooh, for this incredible opening artwork. This was really nice. Gives me a lot of childhood memories. Charlie Brown with hair is me, which is ironic because I feel like I'm losing my hair on the top. It's Kate X says, looks like Mr. GPT's kitchen. Oh, okay, I don't know GBT. Brett Bain. My friend Brett Bain, check out his TikTok. It's very funny. Says, Punching Henry 3, Roast Beef's Revenge. Yeah, well, roast beef has been bothering me a little bit this morning. Roast beef was in a perfect, cute position, and we like to have them in a cute position because it increases viewerships. Right now, we have fewer than 100 views, but when we when we have a nice shot of roast beef, it increases the viewership. But as soon as I started the stream, he got up and went to get some food. Oh, buddy. Yeah. So I'm going to let him sort of settle, and then we're going to put the camera on him later. But, you know, he's... As a lot of you know, he was canceled about 5 years ago from the Henry's Kitchen show because there was a lot of pushback about me just adding cute cats to the show to try to get more views. Some kind of a cheap cash grab. And it was, and it didn't necessarily pay off the way I thought it would. So I went ahead and got rid of him, but then we got him back the following week. So I'll let you know where he winds up. Well, hey, if you haven't checked it out, so every Tuesday now for several months, because I have a big backlog, I'm going to be releasing an unreleased YouTube Henry's Kitchen video on YouTube every Tuesday for the next several months, Tuesday mornings, Pacific time. So check it out. I'm trying to really up my YouTube game. It's pretty ridiculous. We've got to 140,000 subscribers, and somehow every video I put out only gets about 10,000 people, which is a lot, but it's only about 1/14 of the amount of people that actually wanted to see the videos. So I don't know how that works, but I'm trying to figure it out. And someone said that if you upload consistently, then that helps. And so every Tuesday there's going to be unreleased videos going back several years. I've got some years from pre-pandemic, some episodes, so check it out. Brett Bain says, I thought roast beef was canceled because he appeared at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. No, let me clear that up. Roast beef was contacted. His I guess you'd call them handlers or agents or whatever. They asked if roast beef could make an appearance as sort of a cameo. If you can have a cameo for a comedy show, I don't know. But they had a list of things that he couldn't say. It was like you couldn't make fun of the royal family. You couldn't make jokes about how backwards a lot of the policies are in Riyadh, or you weren't able to do certain things like, just sort of point out the horrific things that they do over there. And roast beef just didn't really like the fact that he was going to be taking money for something and then being told that he couldn't speak his mind. So whatever, he was uncomfortable with it. JV's text says, holy shit, Henry got an upgraded kitchen. No, I want to make this clear. This is a background that was sent to us by Reunited Mind. So, yeah. Okay. Ghostina Gutter says, no one can take a joke anymore. Yeah, I guess, well, at least they can't in Riyadh. Bradford Bartos just resubscribed for 37 months. Incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Bradford Bartos. Good to see you. And Bradford is a fellow Billy Joel fan. We were talking about the documentary, and it's great. And we've been doing the thank you song to the tune of Moving Out by Billy Joel. We've done a couple. We did Still Rock and Roll to Me on here once. Holy crap, awesome says, but Henry, if you're not in that kitchen, why can I see you standing in it? I want to explain. It's difficult to explain, but you can actually submit backgrounds, and we get users to submit these backgrounds on Discord, and I can look like I'm anywhere you can possibly imagine. Like, look. I'm there, wherever that is. Or I'm nowhere. Hold on. I'll show you. Yeah, so here I am in front of just nothing. That's Bill Larkin, sorry. I'm still having a little bit of difficulty. Fuck. What is that? Oh, come on. I'm trying to change the background here. I've done it a million times. No. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I would do here is go... Ash K sends us this picture from just about an hour outside of Austin, Texas. And it's beautiful. It looks like there's some rocks and it's a river and such. Very cool. Need to do a little OCD check there. This is nice. You know, we've got a couple of song requests. Wait, JB's text says this is Austin, Massachusetts. Oh, I kind of assumed it was Austin, Texas. No? I thought maybe it was somewhere near Looking Back. But looking back, I guess I was mistaken. Pretty good, huh? That's the kind of humor that we're going to be doing here today. UzumFan421 says, how the fuck did you get to Massachusetts so fast? I didn't know I was in Massachusetts. JV's text says, you're thinking of Boston, Texas. Computer, is there an Austin, Massachusetts?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Austin, located in central Massachusetts, Austin is the state capital and boasts a population of just over 650,000.
Well, I'll be dipped in shit. I had no idea that there was an Austin, Massachusetts. That absolutely must be a source of a lot of confusion. Dingo Bob, good to see you on here. Dingo Bob is one of the first people I ever met on here, and hope you're doing well. And thanks for running the Discord. By the way, on the Discord, you can see all kinds of announcements. We're having a big Halloween stream on the 26th, so be sure and check that out. Ageless is going to be giving some artwork for Don't Fear the Reaper, and that's going to be exciting. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Oh, we've got alerts. Let's check in on the alerts here. Archbounds. Just subscribe for 40 months. Thank you so much, Archbounds. And it was me, says looking yoked, Henry. Thanks. I think the beard's starting to come in a little bit. Gangamrad7438 subscribe. Thanks for that. And thanks again to Bradford and 10 Carl, our old buddy 10 Carl. Says another month improving my cooking skills. Howdy, users, Henry and Roast Beef. Good to see you on here, 10 Carl. And It's Kate X gave us a raid. Thanks, It's Kate, for all that you do. And Labrat says, which one of those is Plymouth Rock? I guess it'd probably be the middle one, maybe? Not sure. But let's find a good image. We have a couple of songs here today that have been requested by you, the users. And can we... I'm very sorry. I do this every now and then. Can we find out who requested on the Discord the Warren Zevon song? Because we're going to do it right now. And I just didn't write it down. I'm very sorry. I was running around all day today. This morning I had to... You know, my alarm went off at 6 a.m. I went down to the gym, worked out for an hour and a half, then got a coffee, went to the homeless shelter where I do a little bit of volunteering, brought them some treats, and came back and saved some kittens from a burning building. And now it's about 11 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm just sort of exhausted. So I had a really difficult time getting everything done before the stream today. Holy Crap Awesome says Quattro, cat nephew, is a big fan, probably because he loves eating so much. That makes sense. Thitchin Hat says, wow, I think I just had a stroke. I'm sorry to hear that. It's Kate X says it was Nancy. Oh, okay, Nancy Droodles. Nancy Droodles has a song request. Let's do it, but let's get a real cool background because we're getting Halloween-y here, and we got to start getting some Halloween-type shit going on. Oh, perfect. Let's use Nancy Droodles as background. This comes up in the song Lee Ho Fook. Lee Ho Fook. So it's not uncommon for certain types of Asian food to come to the U.S. and have a name that sounds amusing to us. Like Fook sounds a little bit like fuck. I don't know what it means. Computer, what does Fook mean?
As a noun, folk is usually defined as people in general. As an adjective, folk is usually defined as of or originating among the common
computer.
people.
What does Fook, F-O-O-K, mean?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Can anybody help? Mandarin? Computer, what does Fook mean in Mandarin?
I don't know that one.
Beanie Bobini says, "Fuck you." Okay. I don't know. But anyway, this song... but anyway, I guess what I'm saying is don't blame us for being immature when we see some of these names and we make fun or we laugh, you know. It's just, it's fun when cultures... Like, for example, the verb in Spanish, culiar, apparently means to have sex in the rear end. So the conjugation of that in the first person would be coolio. So you can imagine the jokes that they made when the famous rapper Coolio started getting his music down to the Spanish-speaking countries. You know, they had a lot of fun with it. Goat's Head says a good fook is hard to come by. Okay, guys, let's try to keep everything a little on the up and up here. Okay. Oh, we got to get reverb. I got to make sure I don't accidentally go into Sweet Home Alabama here, because it's very different, but same chords. Saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for a place called Lee Ho Fook's. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ah, ooh, werewolves of London. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, werewolves of London. Ah, ooh. Punt counter says, how are all these people just passing him in the street, you know? I think he's being a little silly. He's got a little levity in this song. It's a little bit of a novelty type thing. Just a feel-good thing. You don't have to take it too seriously. If you hear him howling around in your kitchen door, you better not let him in. 'Cause a little old lady got mutilated late last night. Oh, come on. Hold on. A little old lady got mutilated last night. That really got dark fast. I'm sorry, punt counter, I'm mistaken. This is a very dark song. I didn't realize that. It was sort of a fun thing, and all of a sudden we're talking about an elderly person getting mutilated by an animal of some sort. Fondue Yourself says, yeah, not like the real werewolves of London would allow a song about them. Yeah, that's true. Pancake King says, at least his hair was perfect. Yeah, bitchin' hair on those werewolves. Okay, sorry, I got a little triggered by that lyric, but I'm gonna move on here. Werewolves of London again. Ah, ooh, werewolves of London. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, werewolves of London. Ah, ooh. He's a hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. These are British cities, I assume. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. Ha, I'd like to meet his tailor. Ooh, werewolves of London. Ooh, werewolves of London. Well, I saw Lynn Cheney walking with the Queen, doing the werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, also doing the werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect, bitchin' hair. Ooh, werewolves of London. Draw blood. Wow. Ooh, werewolves of London. There you have it. Thanks, Nancy Droodles, for this background to enhance the song experience, and the great and unfortunately late Warren Zevon. Great song. And who was I talking to recently? Was it Mochi and Into the Ink? But somebody I was talking to was a big Warren Zevon fan, and I had to admit that I was really only familiar with that song, but apparently there's a lot of great work there in Warren Zevon's catalog. Alteza 300 says, my audio is off because of work, but I assume it was wonderful. Let's just go with that. Yesterday I parked my car and there was a cop standing right by where I parked. And I said, I assume it's okay to park here. And the cop said, you know what assume means? It means when you assume, you make an ass of yourself. And I said, I think that the expression is, you make an ass out of you and me. And he said, what did you say to me? And I started feeling like there was going to be some trouble, so I walked away. But I didn't get a ticket, fortunately. Waffleman 33 says, is roast beef here today? I hope the werewolf didn't scare them. Yeah, let's get some roast beef action here. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video. Since it is Halloween, why don't we go back to some horror movie that roast beef once did. I'm going to show this while we get roast beef's camera going. Wow. A lot of drama in that. Punt Counter says that was rad. She would have been better off being mutilated. Yeah. Warren Zevon style. This is roast beef, my cat. He's currently lying under the sink. He was on the couch in a perfect position, but this isn't so bad either. Roast beef. Booger Kruger says, were you the IT guy on Silicon Valley? I was indeed. Yep. Apparently there was something. Sorry. something about my cooking presentation that made them think that I'd be good as someone who shows people around a giant server tower farm. Franz Schubert says, hey Henry, looks like I have to get a real ID in California. Does that mean I've been using a fake ID this whole time? I'm really confused. Yeah, the one that you've been using was fake, although it was acceptable, but nobody knew it was fake. Sorry, everybody. Have a little bit of allergies this morning. All right. Thanks again, Nancy Dirtles, for that trip down memory lane, and thanks Warren the late Warren Zevon, for letting us do your song. Parasitosis sends us a nice creepy pic. It says, "No, I'm not a human" story. Thanks, Parasitosis. This is definitely getting us a little bit into the Halloween situation a little more. Janie Mango, hey, thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and do this song that was requested to us by one Flo, Flowwww, and it took me a while to get to this, but this sounds like it'll be probably a good Jose Suicidio style Halloween-y type song. So let me just find another background. Here, we'll use Phaedrus's moon pic. Phaedrus had a moon pic, presumably from, well, but then I'm blocking the moon in it, so. But yeah, this is a very, very nice pic. Very Werewolves of London. Waffle Man wants to know if I've heard the song Waterfront by Leftover Salmon. No, I haven't. Why don't you put it in the Discord under the song suggestions? That way, even if I can't do it, I'll at least listen to it and share it, you know. Pancake King also has a picture of the moon creeping in there. Very, very cool. I can't take pictures of celestial bodies. My phone doesn't do it. It always looks like shit. It's probably something to do with the f-stop or whatever. So, how about this? Maui Girl sends us this picture of sea turtles happening. Presumably, I think Maui Girl comes to us from someplace in Hawaii, one of the islands down there. I'm not sure which one. But Computer Fart for Me says you didn't get the Celestial Being update.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh. No, I guess I'm going to have to get that from my phone. All right, we're going to do this song that was requested to us by Flo, and we're going to do it because there's no one that can sing like this guy, Chris Cornell. Again, the late Chris Cornell. So I'm just going to do it in a Jose Suicidio type fashion. In my eyes. No, that's the real one. In my eyes. Here, I'll try to do it. I might be able to do it. We'll see. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake. The sun is my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench. Neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm wind, tired of friend. Times are gone for honest men, and sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walk in sleep, and my youth I pray to keep. Heaven sent, hell away. No one sings like this anymore.
hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
I'm trying to figure out what the lyrics are about. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? I think that either he's concerned about money, finances, or possibly he's dying and going to hell.
Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
And then I went into that epic song we did last week. Everyone type Forson says there's a parody version where the chorus goes, asshole son, you're a bum, you trashed the car again. Asshole son, what a bum, what a bum. That's good, I like it. One of my favorite parodies was always
You get a rental car, drive it real fast and we'll fuck it up, cause we don't give a shit.
comedian I saw many years ago doing that. It's very funny. Saguaro Oo says, we're all dying, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Technically, we're all dying. And that's what the Don't Fear the Reaper song is about, which we're going to get to later in the season. Kahuna Tuna says, great song about holes. Yeah, it really is a good song about holes. There's a lot of good holes songs. What are some other ones? I can't really think of any at the moment, but I'm sure you guys probably could. No, low ram advantage. I don't keep my guitar picks in my apron because I'd probably lose them. Parasitosis, holy diver.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sun. Oh, what's becoming of me?
That was a great song, but you're right. That is a whole song. I guess if you include holy, then there's gonna be a lot. All right. Well, thanks Maui Girl for sending us this background. Thanks Flo for that cool idea for a song. I think it fits into our theme. Another quick one from Maui Girl here. This is from the video I just released yesterday on YouTube. I was making my scary Halloween Jacko pizza. And I got some kind of pizza crust from Pillsbury or whatever, one of those things. And they don't tell you, but when you're unraveling the tube there, at some point it depressurizes and gives a big pop. And it really, really scared the shit out of me. Gabe Evolved says, whoa, I have that same pizza pan. Yeah, that's a good pan. If you're into pizza, you got to get a good pan. Nancy Drudel says, isn't Celestial Bodies a gentleman's club? They have strictly no photos policy. If it's not, it's a great opportunity for a gentleman's club name. Starkey Peters says, my love to you, Henry. Biggest fan in Iceland. Wow, Iceland. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Starkey Peters, for joining us from all the way over there. Good to see you on here. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, in Fixing a Hole, Paul McCartney sings, when I'm wrong, I'm right. Pretty cool argument. That is a good argument. Yeah, that's right. Fixing a Hole is a great Hole song. And there's the band Hole, too. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we just did the song Black Hole Sun, and I'll show you a little bit of what we're going to be making today. We're going to be steaming a pile of dumplings. and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hungry too, so I think that it'll be a nice meal for me. And then we'll play a little bit of our game that we've been playing. Let's just do one more song. JV's Tech wanted to hear this song. This one's a classic from the Kingston Trio. This goes all the way back. It's a folk song from many, many years ago. So many years ago. Let's go ahead and get another background for this. Thanks, Maui Girl, for this trip down memory lane. And see what else we've got in the way of pictures here. Oh, Lizzie. Lizzie gives us a real nice one. This is early 90s Halloween vibes. Retail vibes. So I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and use this for our background. This is a song that was requested by JV's Tech. I want to use this background because it's friendly. And this song can be a little dark. I don't want us to get too dark. We already talked about an elderly lady being mutilated by a wild animal, so I don't know if it's going to get more dark than that. But we do indeed want to keep things light because we're going to be cooking here in a little bit. So this is a folk song. Computer, what is the song Tom Dooley about?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the song Tom Dooley is a traditional folk song based on the 1866 murder of a woman named Laura Foster in Wilkes County, North Carolina by Tom Dula, whose name in the local dialect was pronounced Dooley.
Okay, Dooley. So this song is called Hang Down Your Head, Tom Dooley, requested to us by JV's Tech with a pleasant, nostalgic background given to us by Lizzie. I'm going to try to sing it light because I don't want it to get dark. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, 'cause poor boy, you're gonna die. I met her on the mountain, and there I took her life. I met her on the mountain, stabbed her with my knife. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, 'cause poor boy, you're gonna die. That's the song I hear this time tomorrow. Reckon where I'd be if it hadn't been for Grayson. I'd be in Tennessee. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Who's Grayson? I don't know. Hang down your head and cry. Some guy ratted him out. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, 'cause poor boy, you're bound to die. That's the song I hear this time tomorrow. Reckon where I'll be down in some lonesome valley, and I'll be hanging from an old oak tree. Hey, hey, hey. Hang your head, Tom Dooley. Hang your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, because poor boy, you're gonna die. That's the song I hear. I did a little bit of the Coke commercial in there. Perfect campfire song. You're right, Waffleman 33. Okay, everybody, we're getting off a little bit. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's just go through the last couple of picks here. Dark Ages sends us this very cool one. And there's a caption here, trying this one again with a fixed aspect ratio. Here's a spooky loft in an abandoned home. I'm more scared of falling through the floor than of any ghosts in these places, mostly because I believe in gravity and I do not believe in ghosts. Yeah, I think it's probably better to believe in gravity in general. than ghosts, because you'll find that you make more sound choices. Everyone type Forsen says, what the fuck, that's my house. Oh, I'm sorry, did we not get the rights to show everyone type Forsen's house? That's the song I sing. Parasitosis says, why not both? Yeah, you could believe both. Hey, the other thing is, we are probably gonna, on the Halloween stream, we're gonna play some more Phasmophobia, because it's a very Halloween-y tradition. Janie Mango says, Henry, do you think I made a mistake singing this to my kids when they were little? Oh, I didn't realize you were singing Tom Dooley. It could be, I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, my mom used to sing dark songs to me when I was a kid, and I turned out kind of fucked up, so I don't really know how to answer that. Okay, let's take a look at some other stuff here. We've got another picture from Lizzie. This is apparently the post office in Lizzie's hometown before it got renovated. Yeah, this is really creepy. This really looks like an A24 movie or something like that. And it's in the wrong aspect ratio, but so the computer is automatically expanding it, but it's giving it a nice sort of a distorted, surreal vibe. I like this picture. Thanks, Lizzie. Chavris Pastrami says, Henry, do you know any King Diamond? Amazing that you brought that up, because I was just listening to Sirius XM today on the Aussie channel, and they played King Diamond. I don't know any of their songs, but I've heard them sort of over the years, because I was a big fan of that kind of metal. Maybe I'll learn one. All right, everybody, it's time for us. I know we're having fun, but there comes a time when fun stuff needs to take a back seat because we have work to do. And that work is called cooking. So let's go ahead and take off the reverb. Let's go into the kitchen. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, damn, I missed the fun stuff. Yeah, you did, but you could always watch it on the DVD. Hey, we've got some alerts here I wanted to read out, and I'm sorry I'm a little late with these. 10 minutes ago. Kahuna Tuna says, great song about holes. Thanks, Kahuna Tuna. Thank you very much. And resubscribe for 6 months. Punt Counter has gifted a sub. They have a shorthand now on Stream Elements, and it's very difficult for me to read, but I think maybe Punt Counter gifted a sub to Keenan KB. Thank you very much, Punt Counter. And Nancy Drudel says, RIP, cheer 100. Cheered 100 bits. Maybe that was for Warren Zevon. And 200 bits. Thanks so much, Nancy Drudels. And Archbounds gave us a subscription for 40 months. That's amazing. And It Was Me says, looking yoked. Thank you very much. I guess I'm learning the technology. Computer, what does it mean to look yoked?
From NIH.gov. The yolk sac, or umbilical vesicle, is the first of the extra embryonic membranes to appear.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it as a compliment. Okay, Fondue Yourself says you look like an egg yolk. Okay, I could see that. I think that's neutral. That's what you call a neutral comment. It's not necessarily an insult or a compliment. What's tough is when you get a backhanded neutral comment. All right, everybody, let's get to work. So I'll show you what we've got to work with here today. These are called Royal Asia Prawn Hakao. Computer, what does Hakao mean?
From Quora.com. It means to be polite.
Okay, so just think of it as prawn being polite. Handcrafted, ready in minutes. Well, we'll find out about that. 40 pieces. Let's see what the serving size is here. And it's got instructions here. We're not going to use that. We're going to use the official instructions for how to steam stuff because that's really the lesson today. Serving size is 3 pieces. That sounds pretty small. That's too small for me. I'm too hungry for that. So let's go ahead and make it more like 6. Computer, what's the worst thing that can happen if you eat too many prawns?
From Quora.com, eating too much shellfish, especially prawns, can raise your blood cholesterol levels, which is a risk factor for heart disease.
Okay, so nothing really too bad. We're going to do 6 of them. Put these back in the freezer. Everyone type Forsen, but how did they get to the shrimp to fry my rice? I think you're thinking of shrimp fried rice. It's not a shrimp frying the rice, although I could see the confusion. But what they mean by that is that there's fried rice and there's shrimp in it. Butt Smasher Masher says, Henry, if you eat too many prawns, I heard your butt explodes. I don't know. I mean, I think your butt explodes after eating too many of anything. But let's take another look at roast beef. My cat. He just moved a little, which is always a good sign. Probably having maybe a little snoozy dream about chasing rabbits or something. Okay. Let's get to work here. So I'm just going to go to AI for this. We're just going to use AI, so I apologize if that's offensive to anybody, but we're just going to, I mean, it's usually based on some article. It's based on some WikiHow. So it says here, to steam frozen food, place it in a steamer basket over boiling water on the stove or in a microwave-safe bowl with a few tablespoons of water. Ensure the food is above the water. Cover the pot or bowl and steam until the food is heated through and tendered. So I'm just right along with you on this. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. But I have a steamer. So I guess there's going to be boiling water under here. I think I'm going to boil some water in my hot water heater. I have to temporarily unplug our sign, unfortunately. So let's fill this up with some hot water here. Takes a little while to fill up this thing here. Okay, so we're going to boil the water. We're going to fill a pot with 1 to 2 inches of water, and we're going to bring it to a boil. And we're going to add the food. Place your frozen food in a steamer basket. That's going to be this part, I guess. Or a coriander. And set it inside. Computer, what's coriander?
Coriander, whose leaves are known as cilantro, is an annual herb in the family Apiaceae. Most people perceive the leaves as having a fresh, slightly citrus taste. Due to variations in the gene OR682...
Computer, stop. Yeah, I think that we're just going to go by whatever seasonings they already have in there. We're going to add
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Okay. Steamer basket, coriander, set it in the pot so it hangs on the rim. make sure the water doesn't touch the food. Apparently that's a bad thing. And cover and cook. Check for doneness. Steam until the food is tender and warmed thoroughly. Typically 5 to 15 minutes, checking with a fork to ensure that it's not tough. Now the question is, do I have to flip it? Computer, do I have to flip my steamed dumplings?
From recipes.net. Flip halfway. If you find that your dumplings are not cooking evenly, flip them over halfway through the cooking process so that both sides cook thoroughly.
Thank you, computer. Knox says, Henry, remember to thank computer after every question. I didn't know that was a thing. By the way, I have a cloth here that I'm using specifically to blow the moisture out of my nose. So please make sure that I don't accidentally use this, maybe to wipe off a fork before I use it to eat my food. Pancake King, if you are in a jam, you can also use a hat. Okay, I didn't know that. Quanto says, computer, enable big fart. What? I don't understand that comment at all. Computer, enable big fart.
Okay,
Purple.
here's Big Fart.
Okay.
Welcome to Big Fart. Would you like me to fart?
No, thank you. Purple donut filling his fruit says, is it a breathalyzer? Could be. Ilex Plumber X says, add the snotty tissue into the boiling water for supreme tenderness. Nah, it doesn't sound sanitary. Okay, so we're almost done here. I'm gonna, as soon as this water is boiled, I'm gonna put it in this thing. And that's gonna serve as sort of our boiling water, if you will. It's taking a little bit of time. So I guess we're gonna have to take some more questions in the meantime. Let's see if we have any alerts here. Just Butt Smasher Masher, thank you very much again for your contribution. Money Curse reached a 15 stream streak. That's pretty cool. Off-Brand Zoos says, what's going on? Well, I'll explain. We're making prawns, frozen prawn dumplings, and I thought maybe in the process of doing this, we could all learn together how you steam something. So I'm going to be using this thing here, which is a pot, and we're going to fill this with boiling water. And I think the idea is that we're going to put a coriander or whatever this thing is over it, and we're going to put our food on that. Now, I guess I probably need to butter this. Maybe I should do that now. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's when shit sticks. I really can't handle that. So I'm just gonna take some butter. Try to get a bunch of it on there. I don't know if it's coming off there or not. That's the song I sing. Coriander is a plant, is what Parasitosis says. I think the AI is pranking you. It could be. Here, let's go ahead and apply prawns to this basket or whatever it is. Now, computer, when I'm steaming my dumplings, do I put the dumplings over the holes?
From RasalMalaysia.com. Arrange the dumplings in a bamboo steamer lined with parchment paper, punched with holes, at the bottom and steam for 8 to 10 minutes.
Well, I don't have, parchment paper, really? I think I don't see why I would have that, to be honest with you. I think we're just going to do it this way. Here we go. let's remove this for a second. We're going to pour our very hot water into this thing. And let's turn on our infrared stove to high. Now we also have some sauce here. I'm gonna assume that it's not frozen, which is good. I guess I could microwave it. Let me see what this says. Thaw sauce by running underwater. Okay, so we're gonna need more hot water, I guess. I'm not gonna use the hot water thing. I'm just gonna use regular hot water. Let's turn on the situation. We need some hot water, so let's get a bowl. We're really doing this now. We're cooking. Okay, we can remove this. I'm just gonna put this, it says you can run it under, but I don't see the difference between that and just putting this thing in some hot water. All right, and I think we're gonna, is this stuff boiling? By the way, if you have sinus problems like I do, steamed water is very good for it. It moistens. Noctu4 says, Henry is an experienced cooking explainer. He knows what he's doing most of the time, sometimes. Yeah, I will say that today this steaming thing is new to me, so we're all kind of learning this together, and I don't think it's going to be bad. Parasitosis says, Nettie pot that dumpling water after. Okay, 5 Ticks says, Henry, the local homeless man by the CVS told me that there is no difference between lobster and roaches. Is that true? Lobster, yeah, it's more about whatever the habitat or something like that. I did have roaches for a long time. I haven't seen one in a couple of days, so I think I'm good. But they say if you see one, that means you have millions of them climbing and crawling through your walls. Anthony, thank you very much. Yes, I do. I have a cover for the steamer. We're going to put that on now. I was getting to that. We're getting off just a little bit here, so let me just sort of get back on track. We've arranged our dumplings. We've prepared our steamer. A non-stick liner to prevent from sticking. I'm starting to think that I should have, but we'll see. Boiled our water. We're steaming the... Place the steamer basket on the dumplings over the boiling water. Cover tightly to trap the steam. Cook steam for about 10 to 12 minutes for fresh dumplings or 15 to 20 minutes for frozen. Okay, computer, set timer for 17 minutes and 30 seconds.
17 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Okay. I think we're doing okay here. Kay Thompson says to make the cover tight, should you tape it shut? I don't think we need to do that. Cruxy says, damn, I'm late. It's okay, Cruxy. You can catch up on the DVD after the fact, but try to keep the punctuality a little more on point here. Holy crap, Awesome says, are we playing Heavy Rain later? Yeah, we're going to play that super fun game that we've been playing. Money Curse says, a makeshift steam trap situation, if you will. Absolutely, yes. We are trapping the steam within, and I really want to peek under this, but I'm not gonna, because I feel like that's going to sacrifice some integrity in terms of the cooking situation. So let's check in with my cat roast beef. Oh, it looks like he's completely turned around into a totally different position. So there's something interesting about that, I would say. You're right, holy crap, awesome. Roast beef is super cute. Very cute cat. Okay. Captain Callus says, is that a cat? Is what a cat? Plumber X says, the fact that the cat moved is pretty awesome. It really is, you know? The older that they get, the more you get worried if they're going to move again. I think it's time for us to do our thank you song. This is a song I like to sing that goes out to all of the users that make Henry's Kitchen possible. And that's folks like Dingo Bop, Falken, the people that we met very early on, big streamers that have given us raids and collaborations to help build an audience, technical advisors, contributors, high-tier subscribers, the moderators. This song is for all of you. And let's just, why don't we do it in the interest of Halloween, why don't we do it to Warren Zevon's anthem, Werewolves in London. Did we get the reverb on? Yeah. Falken, Dingo, Bob, Dom, Beef, Hot Bear, 110. Do Dingle, Da Goggle, Dr. Flanges, and Becus. Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's, Nirvana, It's Kate, and Kairos. Bumble Vision, the LGX, Chef Reactions, Husky Boyle. Bill Larkin Music, and the Toily. Nim, Moon, Orca Mind. Emaru, Esfan, Bonnie. Dazzle Cap, Blurry Little Quest, and Boris and Vanilla, Parasitosis. Don't forget Quanto. Dazzle Cat, Zodbane, and Toke My Nuts. Saguaro, Burrito 5555. Dinosaur, JB's Tech. Sickly Boy, BLSB, Hen Lips 1, Kaylin's Kitchen. Embry 225 and Yarkasm. Nico Tazo. Michael Bublé 4422, Passion Airman Hoshin 64. Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, Isney Test, and Poolboy 789. These Nuts Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester. It's your next Mochi's Nirvana. Red Hot Hibachi Ransom GR. Acid Test Michelle Happy. Lacey T Purple Donut filling its fruit and tangerine. Boris and Vin and Zodiac Tone. Gary Busey ASMR Lurk Bullshittis. Nova Galarian Mr. Gooseberry VT. Don't forget Quanto. Speaking of Michelle Heffy and Josiah and the band Orca Mind, I have been listening to their new album quite a bit, and it's really good. You can either go to their Orca Mind Instagram, or if you're here on Twitch, I'm sure if you go to the Orca Mind channel, ORCAMIND, Orca Mind, they're going to have links to where you can get their album. I think it's Bandcamp. There's a link of links to all the different places that you can get their album, and I just have to say it's really good music. It's Kate X says their Seabirds album is amazing. Yeah, the album's called Seabirds. I believe it's their first full album, and it's really really good. I was lucky enough to meet them, I think, last year in August when we went to Park City, Utah. And it's a good album. It's got beautiful chords and melodies and very well performed, and it's relaxing music. It's nice. Knock24 says, how does the steam get in there if the lid is on? I believe through the holes that come up in the bottom. The steam's actually coming from the water. I'd have to go back to my high school science class, but I think that what's happening is that the molecules are moving so fast that eventually they sort of undergo some sort of a transformation where they turn into gas. Photosynthesis, I think it's called. That's what K. Thompson's 21 says. Yeah, I think it's photosynthesis and mitosis is involved somehow. Plumber X says, but aren't clouds steam? That I couldn't tell you. I guess so, yeah. I always heard that clouds were debris of some sort, dust or something like that, with little particles on top of them. Litrix O says, isn't photosynthesis when plants convert light to energy? Yeah, I might stand corrected on that. Holy crap awesome says, Quattro, the cat nephew, has lost interest in the stream upon discovery of an old Navy bag. Well, Quattro, go get that bag, and for the rest of us, we're just going to have to sort of soldier on here. Duza says photosynthesis is what you do in a dark room. Oh, okay. I used to have a landlord who always wanted me to pretend that my place was a dark room because apparently he wasn't legally able to rent it out. This is the place that you see in the earlier Henry's Kitchen videos. So if there was a building inspector from the city who was going to come by, he would say, let me put all my darkroom shit in there so it looks like we're using this as a darkroom, and you have to pretend that you're a photographer. And it led to some awkward conversations of me trying to bullshit my way through being a photographer. I'd use the wrong terms. Butt Smasher Masher says, for Halloween, can you dress up as Ethan Mars and dress up roast beef as Sean? Oh, that would be a lot of fun. I think you're referring to Shaun of the Dead, right? That's a great movie. Nancy Droodle says, did he ask you to disrobe? Yeah, he did, but I didn't know what that term meant at the time. Holy crap, awesome. We named the orange cat, outside cat, Buford because my idea was corned beef and hers was Rupert. We compromised. Oh, that's very cool. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
You have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left on your 17-minute and 30-second timer.
Perfect timing. I'm going to show you a little lesson here. I've tried to show this lesson before, but it never really works for some reason. But we're going to do it correctly now. I learned this on TikTok. How many times do you have a coffee mug? Wait, hold on. What? I'm hearing weird noises. You can hear me. Oh, yeah, the reverb's on. Here, let's get rid of that. Check, 1, 2. You can hear me okay? What the fuck is that noise, man? I've got an, it's what you call a noyatron. It's this noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but it goes bloop. Fondue Yourself says, did you unplug something when you moved the plate? No, I didn't touch anything. But it's acting as though I did. Boy, that will drive you absolutely apeshit. Computer, what's worse, apeshit or batshit?
Didn't quite catch that. Tell me again.
What's worse, apeshit or batshit? Alright, well, whatever. You're right, Pancake King, that's what it sounds like, but it's not one of those USB cords. I think it's the Stream Deck. It doesn't unplug and plug back in, so I can't replace the cord. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to work here. So I have my coffee. How many times has this happened to you? You try to pour your coffee. Unbelievable. It works perfectly now. Every time I pour this thing, it goes all over the place, but now it's not doing it. It's like it knows that I'm trying to do a demonstration. But anyway, the demonstration that I'm trying to do here, I'm going to have a sip here so I can show you. And I saw this on TikTok. You take a spoon and you hold the spoon over the spout like this, and that's supposed to fix whatever the problem is. Okay, but it actually made the problem happen. So that was my snot rag that I just used to clean the counter, so that's not going to end well. Okay. I'm going to get another cloth to clean up the snot that I just put on my counter. Computer, how much time left?
You have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on your 17-minute and 30-second timer.
Wow, time is flying by. Oh yeah, I was supposed to flip these. Let's do it. This isn't super hot. It's a little hot though. I have these prawns or whatever. Ooh, it's hot. There's supposed to be a way that you can open this. I think you... Oh yeah, you push it in. And of course they're sticking, but not too bad. I think that butter was a really smart idea. I think that was probably the smartest thing I could have done today. Let's put that over there. All right, and let's check in on our sauce. I think we could actually be efficient here and use the same, yeah, this is room temperature at this point. The same bowl for our dumplings. Quanto says, is the cat ears for your tongs? Is that cat ears for your tongs? These are the tongs that were gifted to us by, I think this came from Parasitosis, if I'm not mistaken, or just from the users in general, but it's a great gift. Moon Baby says, no, Henry is my favorite streamer. Wow, that's very nice of you. Thank you very much, Moon Baby. I like to say that I suffer for my culinary arts, and I suffer for you, the people. Parasitosis says Kate B and me. Oh, okay. You guys were the ones who gifted me these amazing prawns. They're really for the beautiful Dutch oven that we've got in the back there. Let's see if there's some fun stuff I can do here in the meantime. Computer, how much time left?
You have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on your 17-minute and 30-second timer.
I have a Crown Royal bag here that seems to be a portal into another world. Maybe we can have fun with that for a second. Pizza pan. Is that cool? Bud Smasher Masher says, that is my favorite horror story. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, oh, then when the dumplings are done, you put them in the Crown Royal bag and you can take it to the movies. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Computer, how much time left?
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on your 17-minute and 30-second timer.
It's time for us to start preparing our plate. So this is what we've got to work with here. I've got some sauce. Let's go ahead and cut a little snip into this thing. Throw that little plastic part away. I don't know. Something tells me our dumplings are probably ready. Whoa, that's hot. Be careful. Don't ever grab the stove with your fucking thumb. That was really stupid what I just did right there. I think these are ready. Prawn dumplings. Wow, this is going to be exciting. Is this basically dim sum? Are we doing dim sum now? Computer, what exactly is dim sum?
Dim sum is a large range of small Cantonese dishes that are traditionally enjoyed in restaurants for brunch. Most modern dim sum dishes are commonly associated with Cantonese cuisine, although dim sum dishes also exist in other Chinese cuisines. In the 10th century, when the city of Canton began to experience an increase in commercial travel, many frequented tea houses for small portion meals with tea called yum cha.
Computer, stop. I had a girlfriend who could be a little dim sometimes. Okay. We're pouring the sauce now over our prawn situation. Ilex Plumber X says this is the only cooking show that makes me feel good about myself. Well, that's very nice to hear. I appreciate that. I think we should all feel good about ourselves. Maui Girl 45 puts a Halloween twist on it and says Grim Sum. Now these are probably way too hot to eat. I'm going to pour our boiling water down the drain, which will also serve the dual purpose of allowing us to kill our roaches. Always good to pour boiling water down your drain. They say that killing roaches, the most humane way to do it is by pouring boiling water on them. I don't know why that is. They don't necessarily die instantly. They kind of shrivel up. But I don't think they have the same pain receptors that we do. I hope not. You're right. Parasitosis says roaches ain't human, though, so why would they use the word humane? I don't know where I read some of this shit. Okay. Well, so what we have here is some prawns. I'm going to go ahead and lay these nicely on a used paper towel. And I don't know if we eat these with a spoon. I don't want to be washing all kinds of other dishes. So I think I'm just going to kind of leave it like that. I'll do the spoon. This might be very hot. We'll see. Oh, this is a very sweet smelling sauce. I think the sauce is supposed to cover 40 of these things, and I just put it all over one. John Stockton, you're right. This looks fantastic. I can't wait to eat it, but it's so fucking hot. Yeah. Damn. This is good. I can't really take full credit for making this. I should give a shout out to the people at Prawn Hakao. Computer, what does Hakao mean?
From Quora.com. Hack is more of a British and English riding term that means a relaxed ride out and away from the arena.
Okay, so prawn away from the arena is what that means. This was delicious, guys. Royal Asia. Highly recommend. I'm going to be eating these while we play a little bit of our game here. The Blue Novo says a bunch of hacks. That's what a hackao is? I would have thought it was something Asian. Teaser Tuesday says, as soon as I realized they were frozen, I knew I should have said fucking delicious. Yeah. They really, really are. So they're not paying me. I'm not doing a commercial, but if you see something called hackao, definitely get it. Fat Honger says hackao, or more commonly hargao, is crystal shrimp dumplings. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know why the computer did such a stupid job of answering that question. Holy Crap Awesome says, I just can't stop losing channel points. I'm the worst gamble ever. Sorry for doubting you, Henry. Sorry, Holy Crap Awesome. I feel a little pressure sometimes when I have to declare the rating of the food that we make here, because I know a lot of you are losing a lot of money. Some of you who might be obsessive gamblers who might have a problem, and some of you are losing money that you should be using to pay off your mortgage or your rent or maybe your utility bills. But in this case, this came out really good. Now, I didn't prepare it or cook it. I just took a frozen thing and steamed it. I guess there was still room to screw it up. I could have not steamed it long enough and it would have been frozen. That would have been bad. All right, well, it's time to play our game. So let's go ahead and open up Steam. No pun intended, because that was sort of the theme of what we did here today. There's that noise again. Boy, what a noise, huh? I tell you. Steam app. So I'm going to have to go into green screen mode, so I hope this isn't going to be triggering for anybody. And, whoa, Little Nightmares 3, that looks like a fun game. It was just an ad. Have you guys played Little Nightmares? That looks pretty cool. Alright. Let's go to Heavy Rain. This game, I tell you, it's pretty crazy. Fondue Yourself says, I played the first one. It was good, but very scary. Wow. I love that these games are capable of being scary in the way that horror movies are, because I love horror movies. Alright, we're getting this going here. Always a whole lot of preparation that needs to happen here. Butt Smasher Masher, thanks again for your cheering. And Butt Smasher Masher says, you should try Life is Strange. I think you can relate to the characters. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm always down to try these new ones. We have quite a few games. Game Master Flash gifted me some games. Alright, let's go do our game setup thing. Alright, here we go. There should be no reverb. You should hear me and you should hear the game. Oh wait, no. Here's the game, and you should also hear some awful bleeping sound that's just driving me absolutely bat nuts. And I think with that, we are ready to go. So let's pick up where we were. The police station. Have a sip of coffee. This crazy chick.
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I've got nothing to do with that business. I never killed nobody.
Oh, no? Then why did you run away when they came to question you?
I already told you I forgot to report to my parole officer. I didn't want to go back to prison. When I saw the cops,
Let
I
me
just
know that
booked.
everything's working
I
from a
wasn't thinking
technical
straight.
standpoint.
We checked out his statement. He has an alibi for at least 3 of the murders.
Gonna have another prawn dumpling.
Fuck, that bastard was a perfect fit. Shit!
Sorry about the language, everybody.
Ash? Okay. Sean Moss's mother's here. She'd like to speak with you.
It was a few months back, the middle of the night. It was pouring down. Ethan came home completely drenched at about 3. I asked him where he'd been. He spoke about drowning, the rain. He didn't make any sense. There was something in his eyes. As if it wasn't really him. There may be
Getting
no
a supernatural
connection,
thing?
but the next day there was that announcement about another victim of the origami killer.
Probably nothing.
Find my son. I'm begging you.
You're right, Nancy Droodles.
I'm
The
Police
umbrella
Lieutenant Carter
industry
Blake.
is
This
trying to make
Agent
everybody
Norman
think
Jane
that
of the
rain
FBI.
happens all
According
the
to our
time.
information, Ethan Mars is one of your patients. We'd like to ask you a few questions about him.
Oh,
I'm
this guy.
sorry, that's impossible.
I beg your pardon?
I'm bound by an oath of secrecy. Under no circumstances may I discuss my patients.
My job is to find Sean Mars alive, and I don't give a damn about any bullshit oath.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I can't help you. And now I must ask you to leave.
You need to cooperate. For your own sake.
It's your duty to inform the police if you suspect one of your patients, Doctor.
Are you threatening me?
I'm just giving you some free advice, Doc. I suggest you take it.
Sean Mars's life may depend on what you know. Tell us what you know, Doctor.
I am going to call the police and make a complaint about your behavior.
Doctor, you are really pushing my buttons. The only thing I'm interested in is saving that kid's life. So, you're gonna be a good boy and tell me what I want to know, or I am really gonna lose
I don't care how
my
many innocent
temper.
people I have to kill in the meantime.
I know you don't want to protect him.
Let go
If
of
you know
me.
anything, you must tell us, Doctor.
You have no right!
Wow.
Come on, Doc.
Maui girl, I
Easy
think
way
he's
and a hard
kicking his
way.
ass.
It's your fucking choice.
He's right. Legally, you gotta tell us what you know.
Legally.
If you don't let go of this man immediately, I'll report you and you'll be off the case.
What the hell's the matter with you, Norman? What, you getting cold feet? You don't want to save Sean Mars anymore?
I want to save Sean Mars just as much as you do, but that doesn't give me all rights. So you're gonna stop this shit right now.
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died.
Oh, good, he's talking. I guess
Feels
that worked.
responsible for his death. sort of morbid neurosis. He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies. A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
I think we've got our man. So I guess the message there is go ahead and kick someone's ass even if it's illegal, because it'll still get the right answer in the long run. Case closed, Inkstrip says. Yeah, I agree. Back to this guy now.
Ash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want a man outside his place day and night. Notify all agencies to start looking for him. I want you to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass, so that if he moves, we know about it. Yes, Ethan Mars is the origami killer.
Thank God. Oh yeah, this guy. I'm sure the actor loves that close-up. They're at Topgolf. I got to go to Topgolf with some of the users. We had a blast. Midnight Faded, Dark Ages, Lisi, Game Master Flash, Bielsby. It was a good time. What am I supposed to be doing here, guys? Sometimes I push the thing and it doesn't do anything and it drives me nuts.
I kept Lauren in the dark on this one. I'll pick her up from her place later on. Big stick, little ball. Never could see the point of this game. Well, well, an old friend. The most exclusive golf club in town. Strange place for an appointment. I wonder what we're going to talk about.
I wonder if we're ever going to get there. Oh, here we are. Hey, what kind of sick shit are you guys doing? We're not hosting some kind of sex party over here. With you and your 5-iron.
Nice shot. Thank you. Please come in, Mr. Shelby. Would you care for a coffee?
Oh, no thanks.
Do you play?
I tried once, but I think the owner of the course is still looking for me.
It's an interesting sport. It requires strength, but also a cool head and absolute precision. Would you care to hit a few balls with me? There's no danger of damaging the greens here.
Okay.
Take off your jacket and grab a club.
Are you hitting on me? I would love if the guy did that behind the back move.
The balls are in that basket. The most important thing is to grip the club correctly. When you feel ready, you swing. Hell, it's only your first ball. You should try to strike it a little harder next time.
Let's see this guy show you how it's done.
I'm assuming you didn't invite me here just to play golf, Mr. Kramer.
I hear you've been asking questions about my son.
That's right. I want to know if Gordy is linked to the origami killer case in any way.
Excuse me while I kick some ass. Sorry, everybody. Hey.
My son had nothing to do with that sordid case.
Well, then he has nothing to fear from my investigation.
You have no business investigating my son. I told you, he had nothing to do with it.
With all due respect, Mr. Kramer, it's up to me to decide who I want to investigate.
I'm an influential man, Mr. Shelby, and I pay very well for loyalty.
Are you trying to buy me?
Let's just say I'm trying to show you where your interest lies. How much do you want to leave my son alone?
I think you misunderstood me. I don't play that game.
Don't go near my son, Mr. Shelby. If you do, you'll regret it.
Have a nice day, Mr. Kramer.
Golf isn't really the kind of like aggressive sport that bit really works very well with. Okay, press D repeatedly until it disappears. Okay, sure. Batting cages, you're absolutely right. That would have been way better. The whole trick to golf is you got to try not to swing it too hard. If anybody wonders, I'm down to my last dumpling. Roast beef. Sleeping. I think his eyes were open. He was just pretending to be sleeping.
Porcelain lizards? They look new. Out of place with the rest of this old beat-up stuff.
Mm. Got something in them. Nothing in that one. Let me go back to that other one then. A key. Well, I'll be keeping that. Is there anything good in this other one?
I have to go through with it. I have no choice, for Sean's sake.
Do people bad act while they're thinking? Nancy Droodles, what do the residents of this town listen to fall asleep? Certainly not light rain to drift off to. Yeah, I don't think they would need that. I think it's sort of like they're saving money on their white noise app. Maybe Babbling Brook, you're right. I've had about 8 cups of coffee this morning. It's a video. If you ever want to see your son again.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
Oh boy. Don't mess this up, Henry. You don't worry, butt smasher masher, I won't. What's this? Maybe I can find a fake finger somewhere. That would be genius. You're right, the Blue Novo. I would do it. Muffy Mansani says, would you do it? It's just a finger. I would probably do it to save this guy's son.
You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Looks like an infection waiting to happen. You're right, keep squirting. Hazelnut Ranger, but then you wouldn't be able to play guitar as good anymore. Yeah, that's true. I'd probably take the finger over the kid. Butt smasher masher, your finger grows back. I didn't know that. I actually did not realize that your finger grows back. But if that's the case, then that makes it a no-brainer. What is that? Alright, let's go ahead and do this, I guess.
You have 4 minutes left.
Who is it? Who is this, you sick fuck? I can't do it. I'm a coward. What's this? Oh, this is the snippers. I don't have the tools. Do you have any dental equipment? I should just get out of here.
30 seconds left.
What is this? There was only a guy here that I could cut off his finger. Shower? Is there anything I can do? I do have the chick at the hotel who can bandage me up afterward. Alright, let's do this.
You have 3 minutes left.
Wait, was there something there? A saw, there you go. Okay, well, I've got plenty of tools. My back hurts. What tool do I use, guys?
You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
The brander, the saw, the pliers. Saw, okay. Let's do the saw. No, not that. I want the saw. There we go. Snippers then brand it? I don't know. Keep Squirtin' says just forget about this kid and make a new one. Yeah, that's what I would do.
You have 2 minutes left.
Do something with this. I'll make that the finger. Oh, God. Heat up
You
the
have 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Come on. This game kind of drives me nuts a little bit, guys. Okay, I don't know what to do. I'm starting to get just annoyed. I can't do anything with that. Can't do that. All right.
You have 1 minute
wait, no, that's what I'm supposed to do.
You have 50 seconds left. You have 40 seconds left.
I'm doing it.
You have 30 seconds left.
You're gonna kill my kid if I don't do this. Why did it do that?
You have 20 seconds left.
I'm ready.
You have 10
I keep on doing it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm doing it.
You've run out of time.
What was I supposed to do? I pushed A. This is so annoying. Alright, everybody. I think this is probably going to conclude the stream. I'm sorry I failed. I can't tell if this is the way the game was supposed to go. Okay. I unlocked a new bonus. All right, everybody, I think we're going to leave it at that. Hey, Bert Bufftug says, it's okay, Henry, we still love you. I don't know if that was my fault or the game's fault. I'm not really sure what happened right there. But either way, I think it's time for us to say goodbye for the afternoon. We made some killer prawns. We failed at the game. Let's go back to the main menu. Yes. Let's push exit game. Yes. Well, the kid's dead, obviously. Thank you, Strebo. Thanks very much, whoa, Danny boy. You win some, you lose some. That is right. I want to thank everybody for joining us here today on Henry's Kitchen. We made some killer food. And not too much cleanup, which is always a nice little bonus. But we're getting into Halloween, and once again, I want to announce that every Tuesday, I'm going to be uploading a new video to my YouTube channel, Henry Phillips, or it might be Hen Lips, I don't know. But you can check out the YouTube channel. Oh, here we go. It's Kate just put a cool link there. Every Tuesday morning, I'm going to put up a YouTube video of a Henry's Kitchen that has not been released to the public. They've been behind the paywall over the last 5 or 6 years. Some of them are even pre-pandemic, so you'll see that Roast Beef and I both look a lot younger. Right, Roast Beef? Remember that? Pre-pandemic? Those were exciting times. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us here today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And I'll see you on Sunday at 12 noon Pacific time, and we'll come up with some more Halloween-y stuff to do. Thanks, Janie Mango. Holy crap, awesome. Nancy Droodles, Beanie Bobini, Ghostina Gutter, Coca Paraset, Teaser Tuesday, Kuramochi, Maui Girl, New York Carl, Dooza, Gracie Germ, Boner of a Lonely Fart, Gumme Kande, thanks everybody. And Butt Smasher Masher, thank you so much for your generous bit donation. Okay, I'll see everybody next time.